Hello, this is Sharon from SAS Statistical Programming. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to create and redefine variable using assignment statement. So this is the basic syntax form for the assignment statement. It's variable equals expression. So the variable is a variable name, either a new or an existing variable in the current data set. And the expression can be a constant, another variable, or a mathematical expression. So here we have a few examples. The first one is grade equals 7. So this one we're assigning a numeric value 7 to variable grade. And then the second one, score type equals math score. So math score is a character value. It has to be in quotation marks. So in this code, we are assigning a character value math score to score type. And then the third one is total score equals score 1 plus score 2 and plus score 3. So this one we're calculating the total score using a math expression. We're adding score 1, 2, and 3 to get total score. And then last one is average score equals total score divided by 3. So it's calculating the average score using the math expression total score divided by 3. Okay. So here are some basic type of assignment statement, and some of them we already saw in the example. So we have numeric constant and character constant, variable, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. So those only listed some basic type of assignment statement. So whether the variable name, this part, is numeric or character depends on the expression that defines it. When the expression is numeric, then the variable will be numeric. When the expression is character, then the variable will be character. So when deciding how to interpret the expression, SAS will follow the standard mathematical rules. So SAS will perform exponentiation first, and then multiplication and division, and then followed by addition and subtraction. So we can use parentheses to override the order. So if we use parentheses, our program will be a lot easier to read. So in this tutorial, I also would like to introduce another statement, which is the cite statement. So we can use the cite statement to read in observations from an existing SAS dataset. Previously, I introduced how to read in external data file into SAS. And we can also use existing SAS dataset to be the input dataset in a data step. Here are example code. Here, we use cite statement to read in an existing SAS dataset, which is score data 0. And then from here, we're creating a new data set, which is score data 1. So using this program, we're creating a new data set, score data 1, from an existing SAS data set, score data 0. So it's often useful when we want to compute new variables or modify variables.
Let's look at today's SAS program. So first, I'm using a proc import procedure to import a Excel file, which is score underscore data, and then create a output SAS data file, which is score data 0. So before we run this program, let me show you the Excel file. So this one, it has 5 variables, and I want to mention here is it has 3 individual scores in this Excel file. All right, let's go back to the SAS code and let's run this proc import to bring in the Excel file. Okay, so score data 0 was successfully created. So it has 11 observations and 5 variables. And let's go back to the code window. So the next part is the data step. So in this data step, I'm gonna include a few assignment statements to create some new variables. So before that, I want to mention this cite statement, as I mentioned earlier. So basically, the cite statement bring in the existing SAS data file, which is score data 0. And then the output SAS dataset from this data step program is called score data 1. Okay, so let's look at the assignment statements. So in this statement, I create a new variable called grade. So this variable has a numeric constant as its value. And then this one, I create a variable called score type. And this variable has a character constant as its value. It's a math scores. So here, I create a total score using all three individual score variables. So this total score is the addition of all three scores. And the average score I'm creating here is the total score divided by 3, because there are 3 score variables. Okay, let me run this program. So there's no errors or warnings, but let's look at this note. It says missing values were generated as a result of performing an operation on missing values. So let me go back to the code window and let me print this data set, and then I'll explain that note more. Alright, so we have our printout here. So we have grade, it has numeric constant as its value, which is 7, and the score type, we have my scores as its value. And look at the total score and average score. So you can see there are some missing values. So that refers to the missing value generated nodes in the log window. So let's see the reason for that. And for observation 4, you can see there's a missing value for score 2. For score 1 and score 3, we have non-missing values. So in SAS, when we use assignment statement, do the calculation, even only one of the original variable has missing value, then the entire calculation will have missing value for this observation. That's why for this observation, total score is missing and average score is missing too. So let's look at another observation. So James, it has score 1 as missing, but it has score 2 and 3 as non-missing values. But the total score and average score has missing values for this observation as well. So let's go back to the code window. But there's a way to use only non-missing values for the computation. So I can show you this in the future tutorial. So we can use SAS function to do that. Okay, so this concludes today's tutorial. Thank you for watching.